One two one two one two. What's going on? It's your boy Jason Mass. Jason Mass playing music. About to get off into a review of The Cure's 1982 release, Pornography. And yeah, whole lot to say about this record by The Cure. Um, this would be my second favorite Cure album behind Disintegration, but it is my favorite Goth album or Goth adjacent or Goth related release. The Cure Pornography 1982. Yeah, let's see. This album by The Cure was their darkest album, and Pornography is the sound of descending into hell. That's what it sounds like to me. Um, it's really as dark as The Cure ever got. Um, the other dark Cure records were either balanced out by a certain amount of serenity, such as on albums like 17 Seconds or Faith, or romanticism on albums such as Disintegration and Bloodflowers. The Cure Pornography, it doesn't have either of those qualities, so it's just all straight up brutalism and blood and darkness in the best possible way. Um, this album was fueled by a lot of alcohol, drugs, infighting between Robert Smith and Simon Gallup, um, depression, and kind of just overall fatalistic worldview. And yeah, this is all those things that are seemingly, that I guess you could call negative bits of energy, all fueled this great piece of art. So yeah, let's get off into The Cure Pornography track by track. First track, 100 Years, contains the single most fatalistic opening line of any Goth album ever recorded. It doesn't matter if we all die. Where do you go after that? um, a very throbbing rhythm section, punctuated by Robert Smith's guitar. It's just very kind of plaintive wailing guitar that Smith is you know eking out on that joint right there. 10 out of 10, perfect track. The next track, a short term effect, um, heavy pounding drums and an exhaustive bass part. Um, and there's this unsettling echo on Robert Smith's vocals. That's a real nice touch. 10 out of 10 on that track as well. Then The Hanging Garden, which was the only single from Pornography. All tribal drums and reverse bass lines and atmospheric guitar and synth parts. Perfect track. 10 out of 10. Um, the next track was Siamese Twins. A slow burn of a track. So much emotional weight that can be put on that lyric. Um, is it always like this? It's a 9 out of 10 track. Great song. Um, the next track is The Figurehead. It's like on this album, even the lesser tracks are just great, still great. That was a 9 out of 10 uh, as well. The next one after that is A Strange Day. That's the dark inverted mirror reflection of a new wave synth line. Melancholy and depression at its finest. Perfect track. 10 out of 10. The next track, Cold. the, that cello, those drums, and that funeral march sound in Oregon, it's the absolute sound of death. Perfect track. 10 out of 10. Then we end with the title track, Pornography. Distorted voices, kind of preface the onslaught of heavy tribal drumming and very dronish melodies. A 9 out of 10. Great, great, great track. This is beyond essential listening. I don't think, unless you start going off into, I don't think there's this is the heaviest, music, darkest music by, a big, alternative rock band. This is as dark as it really got until, you start going off into things like maybe like Coil or, what's some of the other acts? Like Current 93, Nurse with Wound, the more kind of just avant-garde, strange, purposely, dark sounding stuff. But this is as dark as it got for a big known pop band. And The Cure broke up after this briefly before reforming and finding their selves doing more accessible pop music. They never got darker, they never got heavier than this record. I cannot recommend this record enough. This is just an exercise in existentialism, brutalism, depression, melancholy, and I'll use the word again, psychosis. Cure, Pornography, 9.6 out of 10. Must hear, must listen record. Here you go. Jason Mass playing music. The Cure, Pornography, 1982. Peace.